snacks around the holidays, especially when settling in to watch a fun and exciting family movie like Frozen 2. I'm gonna share one of my family's favorite fall snacks with you. It's delicious and healthier than a lot of the snacks out there. It is my carrot cake scone. I'm gonna teach you how to make my snacks for Sven. You know Sven loves a crunchy carrot just as much as you're gonna love these delicious crumbly scones. We're gonna top that all off with making my maple icing. Get it? Icing for all of our frozen friends. All right, let's jump right in. We are gonna start by preheating our ovens to 425 degrees. Now kids at home, please ask a parent or guardian to help you with this step. Do not worry about taking notes because the full recipe will be posted online at disney.com/frozenfanfest. You can find it all there and make this whenever you'd like. For my scone batter, I have here some delicious, hearty, healthy whole wheat flour, yummy, healthy flaxseed, our dark brown coconut sugar, and what I believe to be one of the stars of the show, our pumpkin spice. It is definitely a fall hug. We have baking powder here, not baking soda, don't make that mistake. Some cold frozen butter, a pinch of salt, an egg, a little evaporated milk, and we're gonna top it all off with these delicious, yummy, healthy, crunchy, shredded carrots. We're gonna get it all together in this food processor here. If you don't have a food processor, you can feel free to do it by hand and use a fork or a whisk or a spatula or even a stand mixer. Whatever you have on hand will do. We're gonna start with making our scone dough. We're gonna start first with these dry ingredients. So I have my healthy whole wheat flour here in my bowl. We're gonna go in with our flaxseed. I'm gonna pour that right in there. Now we have our dark brown coconut sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right into the bowl. We have our warm hug, our pumpkin spice. I'm gonna go ahead and get that into our bowl. Next we have our baking powder, just a tablespoon. This is going to help our scones rise. Right into the bowl. A pinch of salt, about 3/4 of a teaspoon. I'm gonna give this a little whisk. We're gonna whisk this together to get all of the ingredients incorporated. So now we're going to get our dry ingredients into this food processor and blend with my cubed, super cold, unsalted butter. And now we're gonna add in our extra cold cubed butter. All right, now I'm gonna put the lid on and we're gonna pulse this together and you're gonna see a crumbly dough start to form. Just like so. So when you start to see little pea-sized crumbles form, you know that this step is done. Now we're going to move on to our wet ingredients, which so happen to be, when you grate them, some carrots, Sven's favorite crunchy snack. So I have some ready to go here in a bowl, but just to show you, we want to grate about a cup of carrots. So I'm going to cut the little top off of this, and I like to start on the thick end of the carrot so that I have a firm grip. And we're just gonna grate that into our bowl. This is definitely a step for the parents at home. All right, so we're gonna add the carrots into our dough along with the rest of our wet ingredients. I just have a spoon here. Our carrots are in the food processor with our dry ingredients, and now we're gonna go in with some evaporated milk. I like to use evaporated milk because it's creamier and makes for a more crumbly scone. And last but certainly not least, our egg. I'm gonna crack it in this bowl first to make sure that we don't get any shells. Perfect, there we go. And into the food processor it goes. I'm gonna get the top on and we are gonna pulse this until our dough comes together. Easy peasy. Ooh. see it's already forming? Doesn't take much. There we go, it's starting to stick together. It's starting to come together, you guys. You can see it's coming together really fast. This is where things get a little bit messy. We're gonna get our dough out onto our floured surface. It's like it's snowing. All right. Big ball of dough. We're gonna knead our dough just a little bit. You don't wanna over knead or over mix because just like Olaf, this dough likes to be cold. You wanna touch this dough as little as possible. So I like to knead just a little bit with my knuckles to get the dough, combined. But I don't wanna use my fingertips and over knead because this dough does like to stay cold so that when we bake it off in the oven, it's nice and crumbly and delicious. So I have my dough here in a little square, ready to be rolled out. I have my rolling pin here that again has a little bit of that flour on it so nothing sticks. And we're just gonna roll this to about 1 inch thick. Gorgeous. All right. All right, you guys, it's time to start cutting our scones. Now, traditionally, these are cut into triangles, but you can really have fun at home and do any shape you like. We've even done Olaf-shaped scones. Now, I like to cut off the edges of my dough to make sure that I have straight lines, so I have nice, perfect triangles once I'm done cutting my dough. So I'm just gonna go down like so. And you can make these scones as big or as little as you'd like. And now for the triangles, just right down the center. All right, now we just get them onto our baking sheet. You wanna leave a little bit of space in between each scone so it has room to expand and rise. All right, now these scones are ready for the oven, 425 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown. All right, while our scones are baking, we are gonna make our maple icing. Just 4 simple ingredients. We have powdered sugar here, a little lemon juice, coconut cream, this keeps it dairy-free, and some maple syrup, my favorite. All we're gonna do is go ahead and get these ingredients into the bowl and whisk it up until it's smooth and drizzly. So in goes our lemon juice, our coconut cream. I really like using coconut cream because it makes this icing creamy, it sticks to the scone beautifully. I just prefer it. And finally, the maple syrup. Just 2 tablespoons of this. So just whisk until all of the ingredients are combined and it's creamy and smooth and oh so drizzly. That's it, you guys. Our scones should be ready. It smells like fall in here. I can't believe it. Let's go check on them. All right, gorgeous. Look at that. See how they've risen from that baking powder? I can see the little flecks of yummy, healthy carrot in there. This is gonna be so good. Our scones have cooled. I'm just gonna grab a plate so we can get them on here to put that delicious maple icing. So yummy. Oh, I can feel the crumble already. And now all that's left to do is to take this yummy icing, give it a quick stir, and drizzle up high so you get that beautiful drizzle action. It's like it's snowing. And there you have it, my snacks for spend, my carrot cake scones with that delicious, healthy whole wheat flour, the shredded carrot, so delicious. I like to enjoy these at home with a glass of a low-fat milk. I think Olaf would like some too. Don't you think? What do you think, Olaf? Bye, guys!
I hope you can keep a secret because I'm about to share a big one. One of the surprises in the Play-Doh Mysteries Frozen 2 playset is a mold to make Bruni. It's so fun and easy to make Bruni with this mold. But what if you wanted to make a bigger Bruni and design him yourself? Well, the Play-Doh Disney Frozen 2 Create and Style set has just what you need. With the help of an adult, begin by shaping Bruni's body from the 2 light blue cans of Play-Doh. Then, using the plastic knife included in the playset, cut a small piece off of the end of the pole and set it aside. Shape one end into a point. This will be Bruni's tail. At the other end, pinch the dough and start to shape Bruni's head into a triangle. Use both thumbs to make the perfect place for Bruni's big, beautiful eyes. Remember that piece of light blue dough that we haven't used yet? Well, now's the time to grab it. First, cut the dough into 4 equal parts. Then use your fingers to roll the dough into Bruni's legs. You should be able to blend these into his body with the help of your plastic knife. If your dough is getting dry and hard to move around, just add a little water, and that should fix it. Now use the tip of your finger to press down the bottom of Bruni's 4 legs to make his feet. Use your plastic knife to cut 2 small, pie-shaped segments from his feet to create his 3 pointy toes. Set Bruni aside for a moment and grab your magenta can of Play-Doh. Use the plastic rolling tube to flatten the magenta dough. Cut 6 diamonds out of it to make the markings on Bruni's back. With a little water on your finger, press these diamonds into place and rub along their edges to smooth them out. Are you starting to see our fiery friend come to life? There's one small detail that makes a big difference in any character: the eyes. To make Bruni's eyes, roll 2 small, equally sized balls of white dough and squish them down flat. Do the same thing with 2 even smaller balls of black dough. Place the black circles on top of the white circles, and you've made the eyes. Add the eyes to Bruni's face, and use your plastic knife to add the finishing touches: Bruni's nostrils and his mischievous smile. If you want your Bruni to be a little sillier, you can use googly eyes. If you want your Bruni to be a little angrier, you can cut flames out of pink and purple cellophane and push them into his soft back. Even outside of the enchanted forest, nature is full of enchantment, which is precisely why this craft begins outdoors. Wherever you can safely access the natural world, whether it be your lawn, a park, or a trail, select a few objects that fill you with the spirit of nature. Maybe it's the crisp smell of a pine cone, the smooth surface of a stone, or the warm colors of an autumn leaf. Whatever makes you happy. Once you've chosen your favorite natural objects, it's time to display them in a fun way. For this activity, you'll need a cardboard box, construction paper, safety scissors, white glue, cotton balls, your favorite objects from nature, and the help of an adult. Shoe boxes are great for making dioramas because the lid can instantly give your scene more depth. But you can make a diorama out of any cardboard box. For this demonstration, we're going to use a shipping box since those are more common. Set your box on its side the way you'd like your scene to look. Ask an adult to cut off the top flap so your diorama can get more light. Then tape the side flaps to the bottom flap to create a sturdy base. When decorating a diorama, you'll want to make your background first. We're starting with a light blue piece of construction paper for our sky. To make grass on your diorama's floor, just glue down some green construction paper. We want to make a snowy mountain landscape, so we're cutting both a blue and a white piece of construction paper into the shape of a mountain. By cutting the blue and white paper at the same time, your snow caps are already the same shape as your mountain. So all you have to do is cut off some of the bottom of the white paper to make snowy peaks. Once you've glued all of your background elements where you want them, you can start working on the bottom of your diorama. Since we're making a snowy landscape, we want to make sure there's plenty of snow on the ground. Cotton balls can make both excellent snow and clouds. With our snow glued down, we can now add in our natural objects. We gathered pine cones and some pebbles that felt smooth to the touch, and autumn leaves. These objects can either be glued inside of your diorama or just placed inside if you want to keep playing with them. Your very own Earth diorama brings the peace and beauty of the natural world indoors with you. You can enjoy your creation as it is, or you can use it as an environment for your toys or other special objects. But there's no wrong way to play. The great thing about dioramas like these is that they're all different, with contents as diverse and special as you are. At the end of Disney Frozen 2, Queen Anna sends her sister a special piece of airmail with the help of Gale. Well, guess what? You don't need to be Gale's close personal friend to send messages that way. Just follow these steps. For this activity, you'll need a square piece of white paper, a white crayon, watercolor paints, and the help of an adult. Today, we're going to send a secret message, a message where no one can peek. The trick is to write your note in white crayon. To deliver your message like Queen Anna, you'll have to fold the paper a few different ways to make an origami bird. Fold the paper in half diagonally with your message on the inside. Press down all of your creases with your thumbnail to make them good and flat. Then fold diagonally from the other side. Fold the paper in half from top to bottom. Then fold the paper in half from side to side. Place the bottom half of your paper flat on the table and then push in the sides. Gently press the top of your paper down until the top and bottom meet in a triangle. Take the top right flap and fold it over itself at the first third of the flap. Then take the top left flap and fold it over the top right flap. You've just made the bird's tail feathers. Now, take the tip of the triangle and fold it down to meet the bottom of the bird's wings. Fold part of the tip back up to make the bird's beak. Flip your creation over and you'll see you've made an origami bird fit for a queen. Queen Anna, that is. Your message may be a secret, but your artistic talents don't have to be. So before you deliver your Gale mail, why not decorate your origami bird with drawings or stickers? Once you've put your finishing touches on your bird, gently toss it to the person you want to read your message. This is where Gale takes over. To read your secret message, the person you give it to will need watercolor paint. When they put watercolor paint over the inside of your letter, your words appear like magic. Now that you know this special way to send messages, share the joy by sending notes to all your friends and family. They'd love to hear from you.
Hi, I'm Cara Witten with Kylo Chic. I am so excited to be here today to share with you how to throw a fabulous Frozen 2 party. Now, there are so many decorations that you can buy, but I'm going to share a few of my favorite DIY activities and decorations that you can do with your kids to make your party pop. Frozen 2 is a timeless story about adventure, and you can be as adventurous as you want with your party decorations, party favors, and party games. Frozen 2 is also all about family and friendship, which makes celebrating with your friends and family all the more special. And you can get everyone involved. So a great way to breathe a little air into your Frozen 2 party is to create a balloon garland. This is so easy to do, even though it looks complicated. Just take some balloons, these are basic latex balloons, fill them with air and tie them into clusters of 4. So you just tie the knots right around each other to create these fun clusters. Then you're going to take a needle with some fishing line and sew through the tail of the balloon to create your balloon garland. Keep sewing your clusters until you have a garland as long as you need. Then use some adhesive strips and some hooks to hang the garland on the outside of your house or create a photo booth inside for your party. One added touch to really give it that Frozen 2 magic, create some snowflakes out of cardstock, either glitter or white, and just tape them to the balloons for a little bit of snowy magic. One way to customize your Frozen 2 party is with a fun Gale-inspired fall leaf garland. Now you can collect leaves with your kids outside and give them a coat of craft paint, or you could buy pre-cut shapes at the craft store. For these, we actually use some scissors to cut out leaf shapes from cardstock. And now all we're going to do is use some tape and some fishing line to tape the leaves into a long, free-flowing Gale garland, and then we'll just hang it on the wall behind our food. Make your own kid-friendly Frozen 2 healthy treat. So a great snack idea that is both healthy and fun for the kids is to create a Gale-themed snack board. So this snack board has everything from tomatoes to carrots and bell peppers cut into leaf shapes, cheese and crackers, and everything to make a healthy treat for the kids to eat during your party. There are so many great characters in Frozen 2, and you can create your own party games that reference them, like Earth Giants Bowling. These bowling balls are actually foam insulation. To make your own, spray the foam insulation on parchment paper and let cure. Then cut into boulder shapes and paint with gray acrylic craft paint. Once the paint is dry, it's time to bowl. Stack up party cups and use your own DIY Earth Giants to bowl them over.
Watch out, Olaf!
And you can even invite all your favorite Frozen 2 toys to the party as well. Friendly reminder that these fun activities are ways to safely enjoy the party at home with your family. And don't forget to keep those memories of that fabulous Frozen 2 party with your Fuji Frozen 2 camera. Get those perfect party photos by creating your own photo backdrop. You can use props and a backdrop from Party City, or you can create your own using popsicle sticks, cardboard, felt, construction paper, and balloons. And you can keep the photos for yourself or let your guests take them home with a fun DIY photo frame. Thank you so much for joining us here today for our Frozen 2 birthday bash. We had a wonderful time, and I hope you did too.
Elsa's magical powers are a glorious sight to behold. With snow and ice, she uses nature to create art. We may not be able to control nature, but with inspiration from Elsa, we can use art to recreate its beauty in the form of snowflakes made from glue and salt. For this activity, you'll need sturdy paper, white glue, table salt, watercolor paint, and the help of an adult. Optional, glitter, and plastic gems. Start with a sturdy sheet of paper. To give our snowflakes more symmetry, we're using paper in the shape of a circle or a square. Then use a bottle of white glue to draw your snowflake onto the paper. When you're done drawing, sprinkle the glue with table salt. Gently tap any extra salt on your paper into the trash. By now, your snowflake should already look pretty festive. The salt even looks a little bit like freshly fallen snow. To add more wintry wonder, you may also want to add a light dusting of glitter or even some plastic gems into your wet glue. To make your creation more colorful, add water to your watercolor paints until the colors are good and wet. Load your brush with the liquid watercolor paint and then gently touch it to your snowflake. The color spreads like magic. Repeat this process with as many different colors as you like. Remember, all snowflakes are unique, just like you. So there's no wrong way to make this painting. Finally, we come to the hardest part of all, waiting for your glue painting to dry. You'll have to wait a few hours for the glue to set. But once it does, you can use your creation as a decoration or a gift to someone special. But no matter what you choose to do with your final work of art, we hope it inspires fond memories of the fun times spent with the Frozen Fan Fest.